Hey guys, Roman Reaper here, just back with a quick little video. So as you can see, I'm outside the cinema ready for one of my most anticipated films of the year. Yep, Creed 3. Very excited for this. Love the first two Creed films. They are genuinely really good and worthy entries that follow up the Rocky franchise. So naturally I'm very excited to see this one. Looks really good, especially with the addition of the always reliable Jonathan Majors. So I'm also very excited to see Michael B. Jordan step up in his directorial debut. So, yeah, not going to waste too much more. I'm going to head in, get my snacks, get set, ready for Creed 3. Okay, so I have my popcorn here and a Coca-Cola, ready for Creed 3. So yeah, just back from seeing Creed 3, the latest installment in the Rocky Legacy spin-off franchise. This is an interesting one for a couple of reasons. Number one that I mentioned earlier is that this is Michael B. Jordan's directorial debut. So naturally he has, learned a few things from his professional relationship with Ryan Coogler. Number two, this is the first film in the franchise to not feature Rocky Balboa. Sylvester Stallone wanted to return, but apparently there's a whole dispute with the producers, so ultimately he is not in it. But is the Italian Stallion's absence felt? Let's find out. So in the film we see Adonis Creed hang up the gloves and retire from boxing as the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. And he's now settled down and is living a quiet life with his wife Bianca and daughter Amara. That peace though is short-lived when Adonis's past darkness comes back to haunt him in the form of the return of a former boxing prodigy from his youth, Damian Anderson, who has just been released from prison for an 18-year sentence. Damian wants the world heavyweight champion title for himself and will go to quite extreme illegal lengths in the ring to achieve that, due to the emotional baggage of past 18 years of his life. And so there's only one way this ends. Adonis Creed must get back in the ring one last time to put a stop to Damian's vengeful quest for glory. Okay, so I really like the Creed films. They are genuinely really good. They are super entertaining, exciting, and grounded boxing films. That they do have the callbacks to the original Rocky films, but they also do a really good job of standing on their own as just genuinely good boxing films in their own right. And that legacy absolutely continues with Creed 3. This was a really good film, and the first thing I gotta say is, damn, Michael B. Jordan absolutely stepped up here. Considering this is his debut, he brings a surprising amount of energy and style to the film. And this is obviously most noticeable in the fight scenes. You've read the articles now of Michael B. Jordan talking about how anime influenced the stylistic choices for the actual boxing match scenes. And boy does it show. These have real energy that perfectly differentiate them from from obviously from the fights that came before them in the first two films, but just from like other boxing movies in general, there's like this really clever use of like extreme close-ups and like of slow-mo shots, just like you'd see in an anime fight scene. So, and that translates really well and makes it feel, genuinely exciting. But it's not just the boxing matches. Obviously, it's not just mindless punches. That there is a really like thoughtful and character driven story here at the center of it, of Adonis's past coming back to haunt him, and yeah, it is handled in a slow burn and mature, thoughtful manner, and we spend a lot of time like developing the characters and getting into them psychologically. Obviously, most notably Adonis and Damien, but even like Bianca gets a bit of a development as well, as she tries to deal with this darkness coming out of Adonis, and it's all sold extremely well by the actors. Michael B. Jordan sells Adonis's re-emerging darkness really, really well, and in going to dark places with the character, it really allows him to tap into like a genuinely raw emotion that allows the quieter, more emotionally driven scenes absolutely hit with a real gut punch. He's really, really good here. Tessa Thompson is really good here as well, of course. But I have to give props here to Jonathan Majors. Like, he delivers another genuinely commanding performance, and the span of 2 weeks as well is really impressive. He obviously starts off very likable, buddy buddy with Adonis, but as his dreams start to become realized, he becomes this genuinely more like this more intense, tiring presence that only Jonathan Majors can. Yeah, uh, the story has this subplot about Adonis's relationship with his daughter Amara and her dealing with being bullied in this special school for deaf kids. I admittedly, it's not quite as like fully realized as it would like to be, but it's a very interesting story development, not least in how it draws parallels from how our hands are used, to communicate sign language, to how they're used as forces of destruction in the ring. Obviously, it's as I said, it's not quite fully realized, but it's a solid idea, executed very well. The film's also shot very well. Cinematography looks great, and it's got a pretty solid soundtrack as well. And all of this just perfectly builds up to a thrilling final act. Admittedly, it becomes a bit more of a conventional boxing movie in the final act. Where the first two acts were this more slow and like thoughtful, character-driven piece. This, leans right back into the tropes you'd expect. Like how this is going to play out, but the film does a really good job of making it feel exciting, making it feel powerful. We have a genuine corker of a training montage, which is surprisingly, emotionally resonant as well, and as it's extremely like tightly linked to the character development of the first two acts, and it all just culminates in a proper firecracker of a final fight. Holy good God. This is this takes the anime stylings and energy and delivers it in a genuinely thrilling and emotionally charged battle between these two immovable forces. It is properly exciting stuff, and I got to admit, this is my fifth tingly arm feeling film recently. Yep. I the fact that it came this quickly after Fableman's, my fourth, is just like genuinely impressive. And even in this, final act, it also uses some really cool, like, creative stylistic choices that just that bring Michael B. Jordan's directing home. Obviously the key one being a big moment where just everyone else around them, the whole crowd, everybody there in attendance of the match, and it's just these two. It's powerfully done stuff. And yeah, overall, Creed 3, absolutely steps out of Rocky Balboa's shadow with flying colours. His absence is not felt nearly as much as you'd think it's going to. But now this is very much Adonis Creed's franchise through and through, and I can't wait to see where they take his journey from here. Because I'd say they can get another film or two out of this. That just don't milk it. And yeah, overall, I'm going to give Creed 3 an 8 out of 10. The trilogy is now 3 for 3. And yeah, those are my thoughts on Creed 3. Let me know down in the comments. Have you seen it? What did you think of it? What do you make of Michael B. Jordan's directing? Would you like to see him direct more films going forward? Did you feel Rocky Balboa's absence? Let me know that down in the comments. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe button if you're new, and don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload.